Hello YouTube, just wanted to go over my settings for Battle Royale V6. Want to make it clear that this is not Phantom Forces, the game I play. While it is based on Phantom Forces, the V6 version of that, main game Phantom Forces, none of these settings will work. Okay? So as for things like skyboxes and other things of that nature, or whether it's hit markers or arms with textured arms, with customizable arms, none of that will work inside of main game. That is all patched by the developers of main game. But competitive wanted to make their own issue of the game, which is Patty Royale. Since the Phantom Forces developers gave up on competitive, we migrated to this version of the game, and that's what we play on now. And this is what you will see right here. So if I alt enter into full screen, it is just Phantom Forces, but with our own stats and everything. Like, this is not main game AK-103 stats. The point is that we have our own customization, whether it's a skybox of any sort. Is it Suburbia? No, it's Concrete House. 1 second. We have our own admin panel that we could create our own maps with. Not create our own maps, but put any map that we'd like. For testing's sake, I'll put Suburbia Hardpoint. Give it 15 seconds real quick. But even then, we have favorited weapons. That's not a main game thing. We have a lot of things that aren't main game. I mean, we even have where is it? Where's the melee? We even have a season-winning melee for Scalies, which is right here. So, just to be clear, this is not for main game. Too many people keep commenting, how do you do this, how do you do that, and I didn't want to make a video because I mean, it's just it won't work for you. This is not Phantom Forces. But if you are still curious, I usually go between advertisement, berry lipstick, and I think there's a few other ones that I like to use. Striped socks or stripped socks. It should be striped socks. Pink is what I used in my R&B final. I like to use that, and then you could customize your hit markers. I usually go with another pink because it's smaller than big pink, or I just go with like I think blue right here, which is just fat as hell. I don't really have an example right now, but actually I'm on pink right now, so I'm just lying out of my butt. But I mean, although these crosshairs are really cool, a lot of them are obnoxious, so I try going with the smaller ones if possible. My tag is like Travis Scott next to L from Death Note. W main, W anime, W reference. And right now I'm rocking Invincible, but I could change it. I usually go from Invincible to casual sometimes, but Invincible is just Invincible. It just works, dude. You just see more, so why not, right? But for, people's sake, I'll go to casual for a second. So now the map should be Suburbia, right? And, I mean, here we are. I mean, this is what I mean. Right now, got our own custom crosshair built into the game. And we have our own skybox, which is the advertisement. So let me F5 real quick, and let me go to my actual settings. I usually rock 120 FOV. I think the more you see, the better in a competitive situation. Why wouldn't I want to be able to see more, even though it comes with the drawbacks of people looking smaller, therefore they're harder to hit. I use dynamic stance. I still use scroll to switch time to time. I have disabled gun sway. I feel like when you're jumping behind a box in competitive, you need to be able to have the gun be accurate. So gun sway should just be off. Arm sway and camera bob are still on for me. I have no reason to switch those. And then I still use Patty Royale. I like seeing all the season winners for the lobby style. And my sensitivity is 1 and 1. I have no reason to have something different. I just spawned in by accident, but that's okay. Because I can show you that while that seems high, while this seems slow, I use 3600 DPI. So this would translate to around 36 cm for the more complicated people that understand what that means. Just how much you have to move my mouse to do it 360, so 36 centimeters. I usually rock full graphics quality, but since I've been recording, it's kind of been tanking my FPS, so I've been rocking 4. 4 just disables the edges mostly and shadows. So back to the settings. As for display, all the useless stuff off. So bullet holes you could put on, but I just don't care for them. I think I'm gonna start putting them back on though, just for being able to wall bang people. Sparks doesn't need on. None of this needs to be on. I could use damage numbers, and while they do sometimes help, I've figured out that I just like a cleaner gameplay. While the damage numbers do help to see how much you beam someone for, with how bad the reg is in this game, sometimes you think like the numbers say you hit someone for 120, when in reality you hit them for like 60. So it's kind of ridiculous, and it gets annoying. So I have them off for that sake of not being annoyed. I still have all of this on. I mean, you still need hit markers. I still need my ammo HUD. You still need the radar. You still need the kill feed for information. Ammo, I mean, chat still needs to be on sometimes. Sometimes I get annoyed and I turn it off. My crosshair settings, while this may change, as you just seen, it was a pretty decent crosshair, I believe. It's static, it's on, of course, and it's these numbers. I'm not gonna say them, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Obviously, that'll change probably in the future. So I have global shadows turned off because you want to be able to see more. I have textures disabled, obviously, because I rather just for FPS reasons. All this other stuff really doesn't matter too much. I might try this anti-bloom, which would just make everything less bright. But at the same time, I like the brightness. This will probably help on neon a little bit, but I'll see. And right now I have brightness scale at 1.3, and I don't have full bright on. Full bright to me is it's too blinding, at least for my monitor. It's just too bright. So I have it at 1.3. I mean, you could even go up to like the most I'm comfortable doing is like 3. But even this is kind of ridiculous. But you could see a lot. On Suburbia, it's a little bit ridiculous, but on maps like Neon and Blacksite, it really helps out a little bit. But I don't know. For my FOV, I already kind of struggle seeing. For my eyesight, I struggle seeing, so I don't really have a reason to go higher than a 1.3 or 1.4 on the brightness level. So I usually hang around 1.4ish, 1.3ish. Full bright, like I said, off. And all of this is mostly how it is. I think that's how the hit markers come out anyway. I didn't know you could scale it. That's actually pretty cool. I'll start messing around with that. But the chat is a little smaller because you don't need it to be as big as it is. For my kill shot sound, I have Game Sense, which hopefully, yeah, that's a little loud, but it's not. It doesn't sound like that for me. But and for the headshots, Battlefield at 37. Hopefully this. Okay, that's inaccurate. The Battlefield headshot does not sound like that. Let me find it real quick. Oh wait, did I pass it? I keep passing it now. That's what my headshot kind sounds for, and then I have the OC bubble for hit markers. He doesn't like the OC bubble. Pretty satisfying. You can hear that all. I can't test it right now, but you could hear that all in any other gameplay. Keybinds, I have it all default for now. I think eventually we'll come to a point in competitive where you do probably need to change some keybinds to hit some gnarly ass movement. But for now, I've played this game for too long, and all of this is comfortable to me. Even having where is it? Grenade. Can I scroll? Thank you. Even grenade at G, I'm able to M slide and hold G at the same time. Even though I have to move my fingers around weirdly. I might change this to like F or Q or something, but we'll see in the future. And debug, I mean, I just don't have this on because I don't get bugs often, and I'm too lazy to report them anyway. So, I think that's it for now. I think one day I could go through loadouts, but nobody really cares, and most people are not watching anymore because they're thinking that this is main game PF when it really isn't. But I think I'll show my stats, and I think I'll end the video here. Hopefully, you guys found this helpful. But yeah, I mean, we just have our own game for competitive. I mean, I can even kick myself if I wanted to, or kick other players if I wanted to. But yeah, that's my Phantom Forces competitive settings, and hopefully this satisfies everyone's desires on how do you get invincible arms, how do you get skyboxes. It's simply just by going through here. I don't know how to do Felician. I've done it once. I've done Felician once, and it just bugged on me. And I don't think that the developers want people modifying the game, let alone making a whole copy of it. But that's for another day. So hopefully you enjoy the video and have a good one. I'm gonna suck on this candy cane, cuz.